A sophisticated French-Portuguese buzz filled the packed room of charity staff, politicians, and teachers. I was running on adrenaline at the National Meeting of Portuguese Associations of France. I was a student delegate from l'Université de Strasbourg, where I had resigned to do my study abroad because burocracia had made it impossible to study at the acclaimed Universidade de Coimbra. Through keynotes and workshops, I'd been introducing myself in broken Portuguese, citing my Azorian Portuguese heritage via Bermuda, though I now lived in Canada. I was always met with raised eyebrows, questions about if the Bermuda Triangle was real, and why my family would ever leave such a paradise. Educational opportunities was my usual answer, but I always did wonder why else. I glanced at Luis, the flamboyant leader of the Lusophone Association CHAM, who had arranged today's adventures. He smiled back. His positivity was contagious. I'd just spoken with a charismatic Portuguese politician who personally knew a Canadian politician who I admired. How could I also feel Canadian while being Bermudian? I'd lived 11 and a half years in Bermuda, 8 in Canada, and 1 in Mexico. I still missed my island in the sun, extended family, the turquoise-pink beaches, and lush green vegetation. Apparently, there was a Portuguese word for this. Saudade. Learning Spanish had been my stepping stone to learning Portuguese, por fin, a language which 6 of my great-grandparents should have known and passed on, but actively chose not to do. There seemed to be little to be proud of as Portuguese Bermudians. I'd seen a Portuguese flag the month before in the university patio, where people who looked a lot like me with dark brown hair and eyes were recruiting new members for Chama. They welcomed me into their association and lives. The cocktail party included recognition of cultural leaders, a contrast from my childhood recollection of Portuguese people as school maintenance staff, housewives, farmers, gardeners, fisher people, and masons. I'd never seen Portuguese people publicly celebrate their culture and language. Uma festa with live music and dancing followed. The lively room was filled with coração, muitos abraços, a bit of dor when recalling past dictatorships and poverty. Above all, grandes sonhos were wrapped up in a beautiful língua that I was finally able to learn, even if I wasn't in Portugal. There was no shame about being Portuguese at this fruitful encontro.